Hello, this is Dr. Martina, online sex therapist and sex educator. What is the normal amount of sex we should have is a question that I hear a lot from couples in therapy. And I understand the question because we want to know what people do, because we equal average, or what other people do, we equal that with normality, and everybody's afraid that we're having a sexual behavior, that they have a sexual behavior that is not normal. So the question is valid, but the answer still remains the same, and that is there is no such a thing as normal amount of sex. And let me explain you why. The amount of sex a couple should have is individually based, as it should be, because we're all individuals, and you are in a relationship with one other individual. You find yourself at different times in your lives. You could have the profession could be different. There's more stress, there's less stress. I think for most of us, the desire to have sex, or the desire for the frequency of sex, is a fluctuating number. It goes up and down as other things do in life, for most of us. If you are a couple or if the question in the couple is after the normal amount, if they want a number that is normal, that usually supports the position of one person, and it creates feelings for the other person that are not good, like feelings of they're not being heard, they're feeling insecure, they're feeling shamed, and also feeling of resentment. And when you have a sexual encounter with feelings of resentment, with a lot of us have found ourselves in, that is unhealthy for the individual as much as it is unhealthy for the relationship. Now, should a couple have a magic number for them individually? I think it would be great to have a number, because that means you're actually talking about it. You're actually communicating where your sexual desire lies at the moment, and you're listening to your partner where theirs lie. And then you come up with an agreed upon number. Now, for that to happen, that requires constant, not just once, constant communication. It requires flexibility and compromise. The biggest mistake couples make is that they focus on quantity over quality. Conversation about the lack of sex, in other words, about the frequency of sex, is an ego-driven conversation. It does not even bring the other person's perspective in. It just talks about we're not having enough sex. Now, it takes courage to talk about the quality of sex. And you can do that by asking questions after you've had sex. You can do it in the afterglow of orgasms, or the next day, and just say, what did you like about our sexual encounter that we had last? What can you go without next time? And what were you surprised by? Where did your fantasy go? Where did your mind go? And having a conversation like that between you and your partner will open up the doors for the quality to evolve. Frequency does not equate to sexual satisfaction, but sexual satisfaction definitely equates to frequency. The sex life as a couple constantly evolves and changes. Please allow the intimacy to be a work of progress and focus on constant communication. If you need any help with communication, if you think you're lacking the skill of communication, I'm here to help. Contact